Alright, hello to all my guys, gals, and non-binary pals out there across the electrical ocean. This is Jazzman back with another game on Norglades between Vash the Stampede playing he's playing the Potato deck. He's playing Deep Wounds. And then we've got Faust over here playing Full Faction Sundered Lands. Not his Monk deck as shown in the last video, but he's playing FFSL this time. His main faction, as is known, and I'm pretty sure HumanoidTyphoon is kind of... I think he plays a lot of Deep Wounds, I feel like, but I'm not sure if his what he usually runs. Whether that's his main or not, but we've got Bookburner up here. And it's nice to see Bookburner in play again. All of you Sundered Lands players that are like, man, we don't have any good anti-summon anymore. Well, may I direct you to our Lord and Savior, Bookburner. Bookburner is fantastic. I guess he's not our, Lord. He burns the Holy Bibles. He doesn't read them. It's like, ew, reading. Ew, get that away from me. But we've got Hunchback of the Sundered Lands over here, going down to contest versus the Witch Doctor. I wonder what upgrades Vash has on his Exile. I'm kind of thinking Quick. What was it? Hunter Quick. And like Regen 1 is a better build now than Disease Breath 3. It's like Disease Breath 3 makes him way too expensive. If you take Hunter Quick, you can get and you get double Revere out. You can deploy like a 70 Nora Exile, and I think that's just that's kind of crazy in a Deep Wounds deck. Then Constrictor. So I guess this is Draxar here for Faust. And okay, so there's the Scavenger Pack. Yeah, I think Draxar do really well on this map once they get their their archers or their gunners over in this little choke point area here where they can just snipe at mid without fear of reprisal. Because I mean this bush here is impassable terrain, so it's not like HumanoidTyphoon could just walk over it and get at the archers. But archers, basically Draxar these days is like archers and all the support you can give them, plus whatever tanks you want on the front line. Lords are great. I don't see Constrictors too much, and honestly, I don't see Hunchbacks too much anymore either. I like Hunchbacks, though. I remember when they first came out, Burn Pyro was like on the... this was way back when, but Burn Pyro on the forums was like, man, Sundered Lands is... Hunchback is hunched because he carries Sundered Lands so hard. And, I mean, it was true then. I don't know if it's true now, but this guy's really tanky and really annoying to deal with. Regen 3, tough, plus the Sundered Lands bonus is always a nuisance. And then Sapping Armor. So basically, if he's in a 1v1, you can only attack him once every turn. And then he just stuns you, and then, he gets in a few hits. Whacks you with his stick. Old man Hunchback rambling about how things were better in his day. There's the Exile. Looks like Vash is taking Disease Breath 3 and Regen. The usual, I guess the old build you could call it, but I think a more modern build would probably incorporate Hunter Quick in there for a cost decrease. But Constrictor is interesting. She's really cheap. She's another one of the cheaper Draxars, like Footman, sort of in that slot as well. Punishing Aura, always great, and she thankfully has the Punishing Aura rank 2 instead of rank 1 that was recently added. So she can do some neat stuff like Constrict, and then constrict a ranged unit, and then punish it for like 20 damage on the following turn, because they can't move. Always got to keep an eye on the top side here on this map as well, just in case we miss something. But I'm thinking Grundlewolf Alpha definitely wants that 1v1 with Bookburner. Grundlewolf Alpha is a real menace in 1v1s. So we'll keep an eye on that. But what was that? Pursuer. Okay. So a nice little utility, cheap detection. He's really cheap too, 66 Nora. But I'm thinking Faust is really going to want some ranged firepower sometime in the near future. Unfortunately, these dirty dogs, the Scavenger Pack, can't quite surround the Hunchback as of yet. But with the second Bookburner coming in, actually, these Scavenger Packs are going to be in for a world of hurt. They're going to get shattered and punished by the Constrictor. But Vash doing a nice job here blocking the Witch Doctor from getting constricted here with that dog. And meanwhile, Hunchback's just going to sit there and eat up a bunch of hits, turning his back to the enemy, not in the manner of a Frenchman, but in the manner of making sure that his most armored carapace is in the face of these dogs. So Faust doing a book burn, and Beast Caller. Okay, so maybe this isn't actually a Deep Wounds deck. Actually, it still could be. Now that I think about it, a lot of the Deep Wounds champions are actually beasts. Scavenger Pack is a beast, Grundlewolf and his alpha compatriot are beasts, and then the pup himself is a beast. So there is some synergy there. And I think, okay, so Faust is going to go in for a constrict on the real Scavenger Pack. But yeah, I think Beast Caller does really well in like a split with Savage Tundra beasts. Because as we all know, Savage Tundra has that bonus health, and so your Grundlewolf pups basically, they don't have loyalty, right? Like the other summons usually do. So they can come in with like 40 HP with the banner, and I think, you know, 40 HP on a summon is pretty damn good if you ask me. And then, you know, they get boosted by Bunny Lord and stuff too. So Bookburner doing second Bookburner. I guess this Bookburner did the first one. So no spells for yet another round of play, which I don't know how much would affect a Deep Wounds deck. I'm guessing stuff like Zealotry and the flanking spell from SP do really well in Deep Wounds decks because they just add considerably like to the damage of your attacks. But then I guess Alacrity does okay as well. You can run Alacrity for surprise kills. But the Witch Doctor does end up dying to Punishing Aura because of the stun. So you could, and now that I think about it, Faust is actually taking Set Ablaze on the Bookburner. So I'm thinking he's running double Constrictor as well for the Punishing Aura, because he's got a lot of CC right now. He's got stun, he's got the Set Ablaze, and then the Constrictor herself can constrict. So if you can get a couple Punishing Auras down, that'd be really nice. And I think what was that other one with the Whip that nobody ever runs because it's just too niche. The one with Terminus. Anyway, you guys probably already know what I'm talking about. You could probably run that as well because he has Punish and he can take control of an enemy champion that's on low HP. But the dog is trying to make room here for the Exile. I'm thinking he's just going to do a normal attack because Deep Wounds here can really mess up this Hunchback. He's already got double stacks on him. So I think even with one attack from Exile, though, he probably should have done a Shred Defense first if he was going for the kill here. Just to get rid of the 2 defense, because, why wouldn't you get rid of 2 defense if you can? Or maybe he doesn't want to run the Exile in just yet. Maybe he's waiting on something. I'm thinking if he runs the Exile in, the Bookburner can just, set it ablaze. And he wants to stay out of range of that, of course, because then the Exile is just going to get punished twice with Constrictor. So he'll just do a Disease Breath from range for the moment. And there's Underturtle. Ooh, boy, do I love new Underturtle. Underturtle is nice in beasts. He's got Defender, he's got Protective on his other line. Vash has Reinforcement, but Protective, Defender, and he's just a monster on the defensive end of things, as expected of a turtle, of course. And then the awkwardly spelled Hecky Crosboo, an older Poxnora meme that we've all grown to love. But after his buffs, he's really strong now. Not the overpowered behemoth we thought he was going to be. But still, really good unit. He's just, he's 5 speed, 2x2, so he has his downsides, of course. Up top, we've got another Pursuer, so a lot of cheap stuff I'm noticing in Faust's Draxar deck here. But we'll see if the Grundlewolf Alpha can maybe make it over. I wonder if Vash is running Paper Wings, he could give this Grundlewolf Alpha Flying and Pounce, and then he could Pounce on the Pursuer and then drop a Relic in the Font for a contest. That would be a crazy play if it ever came about. But this Bookburner here is going to shatter the dogs. And I guess Faust is going to have to waste a turn cleaning these guys up. He can get a couple hits with Fury build-up from his Constrictor. So he's going to need one more hit here, and then the dog will take 8 from Punishing Aura. And that'll finish it off, and then I guess Hunchback can get a couple hits on this one. Hunchback actually doesn't have the Draxar racial of Violent. So unfortunately, no stacking damage from him there. And did Pursuer leap already? I guess Pursuer can entangle if he wants to finish off that dog. But there's still this third one in the back. I guess Vash is just keeping this one safe for further Deep Wounds applications. Ooh, there's an Enslave on Exile. We're going to see a Shred Defense. I wonder what he's going to go for. I'd probably go for the Beast Caller. It looks like he is going for the Beast Caller here. Shreds away that Underturtle buffed defense. And does a huge amount of damage. Not quite enough to kill. But any spell will do it, really. Like a Tornado. He's got the spell presence here from these guys. So he could do, I mean, if he has the Nora for it, that would be a great tornado or a firestorm maybe. It's firestorm. Ooh, no, not a hive. Okay, well, I mean, hive will technically kill eventually, but it won't deal enough to kill it immediately. It'll leave her with 1, and then she'll die to the poison on her next turn. But leaving an Underdepths champion... Oh, no, wait, the Punishing Orb was in range. Wasn't... Oh, no, that was... Okay, for a second there, the animation made it look like it was in range, but it was 1 space off. But yeah, so Beast Caller is at 1. I was going to say leaving a champion at 1 if you're against Underdepths is never a good time, because they can just sack or ret, Avenging Flame, and then you'll lose all that advantage you built up by killing the champ. But we'll see. The Bookburner retreats, probably wisely, from the face of that Grundlewolf Alpha. I always thought his art was a little silly. I mean, I know it's supposed to be like him coming out of the rock in like a cave or something, but his face just looks kind of goofy in this. It's like makes him look more like a wild boar rather than a dog, or like a wolf. At least that's what I think it looks like. But we'll see what he decides to do here. He can maul the Bookburner. I think he loses the 2v1, to be honest. I don't think he has the damage and the regen to take on both these guys at once. And yep, there's the sacrifice, as expected, from Vash. So what else happened here? Yeah, so the sacrifice and then a fiery ambush. Wow, I've not seen a fiery ambush in quite some time. So I'm guessing normally that's a spell you cast when you know you're going to have to give up a font, and then to deter the opponent from deploying there. But the way it's looking, Vash is actually going to keep his champions in the font and contest, taking out that Hunchback in the process, which is good for him. And then, yeah, I guess if Faust decides to try and retreat or gather that globe, what am I trying to say? Vash should probably gather that globe anyway and not, wait. I guess killing the Constrictor is also fine. He does gather the globe. Okay, nice. He didn't do a Shred. Oh yeah, Shred Defense is on cooldown. I keep thinking it's cooldown 1. But oh, was that a Paper Wings? Yeah, there is a Paper Wings. Wow, I can't believe I predicted that. But yeah, Paper Wings letting the Grundlewolf Alpha fly over this water and get in Faust's top font. So nicely played. And even deploys a Zolt with the Nora that he got from Sacrifice. So there's a Magnetize from Faust, killing the 1 dog. Oh yeah, he kills the Grundlewolf pup as well. So with the loss of those summons, Vash is in kind of a decent place. Like, he's got Exile here with 4 defense. Exile is... Wait, Brute? Oh yeah, Under Turtle is a Brute. That's why I was thinking, like, Exile's not a beast. There's no way. But he is a Brute. So Bookburner gonna have... Bookburner has no fear, walking right through that Pillar of Flame, or the Fire Ambush, I should say, and setting the Exile ablaze. It's a shame he lost the Constrictor, because that would have been a dead Exile otherwise. Now he actually has to work for the kill. But this does let him CC the Exile so that he's able to grab both of those globes on his next turn. And we've got an Entangle coming in here from this Pursuer. However, the Grundlewolf Alpha can simply Pounce if he wants to avoid that. I'm pretty sure that will take him out of the font, though, because Pounce relocates... it follows the normal rules, right? Top left, then top right, so he'll have to drop a Relic. I mean, he doesn't really need to use the Pounce. He can just walk 1 space and attack the Pursuer normally. But yeah, I'm thinking Vash is cursing his luck to have gotten Nora Glades here, because he's sort of blocking his own champions in with deploying all these 2x2s. Under Turtle and the Exile kind of jostling for space in this font. And he does kind of a nice little smart play here. He deploys the Echo Chamber onto this Nora Globe, knowing that he's unable to capture it, and then denying it to Faust. Also denies the Pursuer a leap space to get at the Exile. Of course, Distracted would have prevented that anyway. But now it's basically just Bookburner that can hit the Exile. And Faust will need to deploy yet more spells to make short work of it. Meanwhile, Zolt coming in here from the back. Zolt with the correct upgrades this time. I say this time because I watched an earlier game between Blue and I think it was Cussle, where he deployed a Zolt with Flame Burst and Majestic, which I thought was a bit odd because he wasn't actually super champing it. He was just sort of deploying it for the fact that it's Zolt. But this build probably a lot better. Hunter Walker makes them nice and cheap. And then Flame Strike for some ranged action. Up here, the Grundlewolf Alpha doesn't actually attack anything. That's kind of odd to me because I feel like the only way you win this top battle is if you start attacking, right? Like you need to get your deep wound stacks, you need to get your life siphon healing going. Like he could have made one attack and still had enough AP to avoid the Sundered Exploit proc. But there goes the Exile. It looks like... Oh, okay, so Faust did a Quicken on something to kill the Exile down here. So gathers the Exile Globe, despite Vash's valiant attempts to save it. So basically it's just under Tortoise and Zold now. And honestly, I think Vash is still fine. Like even after losing the Exile, it burned another spell from Faust. And Zold is really tanky with the Void Shield stacks and Hunter Walker, so... And that's not even counting the defense he'll get from Under Turtle. So I think Vash is fine. Like he's got Faust's top font contested. It would have been better if he could make some attacks, which he's going to now. I mean, he should, right? Like otherwise, why did you waste the paper wings just to contest? He's gonna make a couple attacks and life siphon off that guy. And was that a Hecky crossbow from the Under Tortoise that yep, heavy crossbow attack. And oh god, oh Faust, please don't rage quit. You still got this. You can still come back. What did he, well, okay, yeah, so Zolt took out the Pursuer there. There's even okay, so Magnify, oh no, we magnified the Grundlewolf, alright. I was expecting a Magnify on Zolt because, you know, everybody magnifies Zolt, that's sort of, you know, that's sort of what you do, but magnifying the Grundlewolf Alpha is really nice because it basically, there's no way to win this font now. like you've got a Deep Wounds, Life Siphon Grundlewolf Alpha in your font, like, with 80 HP, like, you've lost, basically. You've lost that font. You gotta send another champion up there. Unless Faust runs Purge. There is the potential for Purge to make short work of that Alpha's HP. If he can Purge that Alpha's HP away and then get a few attacks with these guys, he can totally win his font back. But it would cost him a spell and probably mid-font to do that because Vash is just going to keep deploying, using that half SP bonus plus the Sacrifice Nora that he gained earlier. And yeah, I think Faust definitely needs to retreat from down here for now and focus on getting this font. If he doesn't run Purge, then things are probably looking grim because I don't really see a way for him to eat through that much HP without, you know, without additional, like, a ton of spell health. Because Calcify on its own, like, means you basically can't one-round it. Oh, okay, so there's a Dragon God staff. I wasn't actually thinking about that. I think instead of, if he was going to do that, instead of making the second attack with Bookburner, or, sorry, instead of making the first attack with Bookburner, he could have had enough AP to drop... Oh no, you can't drop the staff on the turn you use it. Alright, never mind. My dang. So yeah, but the Dragon God staff basically means when he drops this, it'll cause a Dispel AoE around it. So, and with the Alpha being paralyzed, he won't be able to really run away. So nicely played there by Faust. I was going to suggest Purge. Man, he's already one step ahead of me with the Dragon Gods. Does make the smart play here, backing off of mid and looking to regroup. But with the Salam coming in, only time will tell if he can make it work. He needs some archers down, like he needs some range. Where are your artillery guys, huh, Faust? Maybe it's not that kind of deck, because he deployed another Hunchback, so I'm thinking it's more like a melee-focused, like, CC deck for Draxar. That sort of thing can work with UD, actually, with Wizards. They can sort of, I think Alakami was talking to me about that a few weeks ago. He was mentioning about UD Wizards being really good now with Stitched Magician and stuff, and Imp Familiars. Just running like a full CC style deck. Demon Lich is in there and everything. With some fire support. Which I thought was interesting because it's so different from the way Underdepths usually plays. Just in-your-face melee damage all the time. Wow, another Scavenger pack from Vash, even after deploying a Salam, a 90 Nora Salam earlier. It's some crazy Nora he's got going. So I don't know if it's really worth it to keep using these book burns. It's been stopping spells, but I don't know if Vash really cares about that. I think Vash is more interested in just spamming deploys, which is what he's sort of done. And the Pursuer coming in, and Bookburner actually gets the perfect kill on the Grundlewolf, not even needing to drop the Dragon God staff for the Dispel. So, man, he sure showed me. He ate through that Grindelwolf Alpha like it's nothing. And another Constrictor coming in. So that'll sort of... I guess that'll sort of delay Vash's advance here, because it means he won't be able to store AP. I mean, he'll be able to store it, it's just he'll take damage if he does. So, he'll be forced to use more AP than he otherwise would like to avoid that damage. But Bookburner did get one last Shatter Summons off before he bites Zedesto. I'm assuming he's going to die. I think Heki Crossbow is up. Yeah, there it is. So 2 kills for the Crossbow this game. And the Scavenger Pack grabs the Globe. I would have assumed that he would have grabbed the Globe with this Scavenger Pack for Forage, but no, he decided to grab it with this one instead. So Vash slowly advancing on Faust here. But now that Faust has his font back, he could maybe... I'm going to say conceivably crawl back into this game. I'm not, with the way Vash is just deploying, I don't see it being all too likely. But you never know. Draxar have a really good late game. They could try. But unfortunately, trying is the first step to failure. I'm thinking maybe Faust will sort of bum rush this font now that these guys have nothing to do. That Grindelwolf Alpha took a lot of time in Nora from Faust, so thinking he's not... he's constricting the summon. That's like a desperation play. Oh, is he going to try and walk past... I'm thinking he tried to walk past the constricted champion, figuring it didn't engage, and then stun the Zoalt. But nah, constricted champions do engage. So he won't be able to move the Hunchback past yet. He's going to have to deal with that summon first. I'm thinking now, if he got the stun on the Zoalt, would that have been enough to kill? Like one Punishing Aura proc? Nah, probably not. Does do a lot. Wow, he did it. What? Okay, so he put a Lasher Helm on the summon, which will kill it. I mean, he'll die to Constricted plus the Lasher Helm. And then Lasher Helm will bounce to Zoalt. And yeah, he's basically just going full desperation now. He transfigures, depriving himself of further Nora. And this Constrictor, though, I'm pretty sure this Constrictor is just going to die this turn. The summon can't hit. Crossbow is on cooldown. It could live. It could. The bank could make an error and suddenly deposit millions of dollars into my bank account tomorrow. It could happen. So where's the real... Oh yeah, the real one was the one that died. So these guys... no, yeah, here it is. I knew it was going to be the real one. So the real one, it could have actually contested this font, I'm pretty sure. But it decided not to. So Hunchback sapping... not sapping AP, actually, because Underturtle is an unstoppable Goliath of... what is the flavor text? Yeah, it doesn't say unstoppable Goliath. It just says Goliath. But he is unstoppable, so no loss of AP due to sapping armor there. I guess Salam's going to get in on the action. He's going to leap in with his bunny pet. And a little bit of... what is that? Evasive, yeah. I was going to say aura, and I was like, she doesn't grant an aura. But yeah, so I guess the upgrade choice is between Grant Evasive and Grant Reflexes. Honestly, in a beast deck, I would definitely go with Grant Evasive, but you could maybe make an argument for Grant Reflexes, depending on what you're playing. Like, if you're running a bunch of Shroud champions, you'd probably go with Grant Reflexes instead. But yeah, a Hyanid Stalker Vash really doesn't care about spells. Like, Faust has been book burning all game, and Vash is like, oh, no spells? That suits me just fine. I love my champions. And also, honestly, I kind of agree. Like, even if I was able to cast spells from this position, I'd probably just keep deploying. And just overwhelm Faust with champions, rather than waste Nora on spells. But it seems like the end is coming for our dear boy Faust here. If Ardain decides to engage, I mean, Deep Wounds does affect avatars, so he's going to be hurting quite a bit. Probably going to Vicious Blow the Zoalt into the Underturtle. For not bad damage, actually. 19 through Evasive, that's still pretty good. And unfortunately for Faust, Vash has been playing around Punishing Aura pretty well. I don't think Faust will be able to get up to this top font in time to stave off Vash's advance down at bot. Because I was thinking, like, maybe, like, if Faust retreats his avatar, manages to get into this font, and, you know, slowly crawls back in Nora, then maybe he could swing it around, but there's no way Vash just leaves this font, right? Like, he's going to deploy something there if Faust advances on it. But I feel like, I mean, he could at least bring these two champions into the game, right? He's sort of just left them there at full AP this whole time. But Hunchback does get that much-desired stun onto the Zolt, and wow, he had a Nora for a Draxar Lord. His own personal Draxar Lord, by the way. With the complete with taunt and everything. Come on, use your taunt. You might as well, you got nothing to lose. Use it. Ah, he didn't. Okay, so we're not going to see the taunt. But yeah, basically, if you're looking to have your own custom-made limited edition version of a rune, talk to us in the Discord about it. Link for the Discord will be in the description. We'll tell you exactly what you need to do. It does involve some real money, an amount which I will not be disclosing in this video, but it is a nice piece of history because you used to be able to do this all the time, and believe it or not, you used to be able to do it with tokens. There used to be taunt tokens you could give your champions, and naming tokens as well. Like, you could name like any rune you wanted in the game, but this was way back in like like not early 2000s, but like late 2000, like 2008, 2009 sort of thing. And, ooh, a State of Confusion from from Vash here, confusing Faust. I get it. Oh, yeah, literally confusing Faust, the Draxar Lord. Faust is very confused about how he lost this game, I'm sure. Nah. He probably knows what went down better than I do. But so the State of Confusion. Usually I don't see this run. Usually it's like Distract or something, like the spell called Distract, or even, you know, just a normal Echo Chamber. But State of Confusion is still pretty good. It's actually one of the few refund spells that doesn't refund the full amount. It only refunds 25 Nora rather than the 35 that it costs. Which, I don't know. I don't know whether that's an oversight or maybe it's just like, you know, intended because the effect is too good otherwise. But yeah, so Draxar Lord loses his upgrade abilities, and yeah, Vash immediately deploys the Grundle Wolf to deal with this encroaching Pursuer. I mean, Pursuer could still drop a relic to contest if he wanted, but what was that? A Call to War? No, that was a Channeled Violence. Okay. So Channeled Violence gives everyone multi-attack here, all of his Draxar. Will he be able to take down Zolt? I don't think he has enough, to be honest. I think Zolt with Resist Physical 3 is going to live through this Hunchback's damage. This Hunchback doesn't really... barely. No, wait. Oh no, I thought he had enough for... Yeah, he did double attack, but he still didn't have enough. Wait. No, he attacked Salam. What? He attacked Salam instead. Oh, I don't think that's enough, Faust. He's expecting Lasher Helm plus Ren to kill, but I don't think that will. Yeah, because Lasher Helm will have, and it'll do 2, because everything rounds down. And oh no, he's at -1. Wow. How much did he take from that? This combat log sucks. Now, he took 3 from the Lasher Helm. That's interesting. It's usually the case that everything rounds down if it's an odd number. But Lasher Helm apparently rounds up, so he did take 3 damage from that. And the High-Ended Stalker was deployed up top. Oh, poor Faust. So he was expecting the 1v1 between Grundle Wolf and the Pursuer, but High-Ended Stalker was actually dropped top instead of bot. And then, yep, Faust. I don't think Vash has played a single spell this whole game except for that Magnify Beast up top, and I guess Echo Chamber kind of counts as a spell. And yeah, the State of Confusion was more just for shits and giggles rather than actual... Like, he basically didn't use a spell to accomplish anything except for the Magnify Beast. The Lord here going to enrage himself. He can't even taunt while he's distracted. That's a shame. So we're not going to be able to see that. But Storm Bunny, yeah, and Vash is just going to keep deploying overwhelming Faust. I think Faust, even if he retreats his avatar and tries to turtle around his top font, isn't going to have much luck, just because these guys will power through it. Whatever he deploys. He's going to make a stand of it, though. He can kill this Beast Caller, get rid of Boost, and then maybe he can kill the Underturtle? Ardain can get a hit. You can War Leader, actually, because you can move here for 1 and then, War Leader, granting some buffs to this Hunchback. But there's another Book Burn. Book Burn, my friend, will not save you this game. There's one thing you should learn by now is that it will not save you. You can use all the anti-spell you want. It doesn't matter when there's this many champions on the field. But Cavern Spawn's pretty nice. Even like outside of Deep Wounds, he's pretty good. He's got decent stats now. And you know, Ferocious Bite is a nice upgrade when combined with the Scale Armor, because it just makes him really tanky, right? You're giving -5 damage to something, and that plus you know, the usual 3 defense you'll get from Underturtle and stuff, plus the Scale Armor makes him really nice, especially against range, because he has the Voil passive, right? He is still technically a Voil, so you could even run him there if you'd like. And then another Lasher Helm onto Salam. So Salam is actually down to 7. So Faust has actually managed to deal with the Salam pretty efficiently. Not even bothering to kill the Shadow Bunny here. So the Salam will eventually die to that, and then this Lasher Helm will eventually kill the Underturtle. Is Faust actually going to come back? There's no way, right? Like Vash is just so totally dominant here with all the font, well, most of the fonts, and the Nora benefit of not transfiguring. I mean, Ardain is kind of a beast. Like he's buffed by that channeled violence. He's got a lot of HP to work through, and then Vash here sort of just trying to brute force his way into the font through this Draxar Lord. Deep Wound's doing some nice work, but he's gonna have to move. You could leap in with the Shadow Bunny, right? The problem is auras do get reduced by the Sunderlands bonus. So the Shadow Bunny aura will only be doing 2 damage. We can do 2 here, and yeah, there's no diseased or anything on the Lord. He is inhibited though from the attacks of Scavenger Pack. Then the Hecky Crossbow to finish. Wow, 3 Hecky Crossbow shots leading to kills this game. 3, 1, 2, 3 Hecky Crossbows. So the Salam's going to die to the Lasher Helm, but Underturtle does manage to land the finishing hit on Lord. And these 2 are summons, but this Scavenger Pack is the real one, so it will take away this font from Faust, and it's basically then just going to be Ardain versus the world. I mean, he can finish off the Underturtle, but you know, and then even a War Charger. What am I saying? War Charger, Rock Charger, War Beast with Leap. I don't know how I feel about Leap. I'd probably take Charge just because he's already 7 speed. He can kind of move around quickly, but I think Charge just gives him a lot of additional threat range compared to Leap, which is, you know, I guess if you're running a lot of 2x2s, you can sort of use it to maneuver. But I like the added damage on Charge. It makes sense for him to have Charge too compared to Leap, because I mean, look at the size of this guy. And there's no way this guy is, you know, bounding through the trees like a real monkey would. But then again, I am not typically a Shattered Peaks player. Being a poop-throwing dirt monkey is not part of my aesthetic. Sorry to all the Shattered Peaks players out there, but that's basically what we see you as. Nah, I'm kidding. You guys are cool. So he actually leaves. He kills the Salam Faust with a normal attack here from Draxar Hunchback. I guess not sure. I guess he could have just let it die to the Lasher Helm, but he did not want to do that. I was thinking it would be worth if he got the Globe, but maybe he's going in for a stun here onto probably the Storm Bunny, right? Storm Bunny is probably the better target. And, what was that? A magnetize? Oh yeah, the sound effect from the Shadow Bunny. I don't really hear that too often, but magnetize kills the pup and the bunny, so getting rid of a few summons. He's going for the Cavern Spawn. No, that's not going to work. Just because, I mean, he's got Scale Armor and Evasive. There's no way you eat through that. I was thinking because the Lasher Helm is on the Storm Bunny, you'd probably want to stun that guy up. And, you know, wait for the reflexes and shit to go away. But this Lasher Helm does eventually take out the Underturtle, and then pass the second Lasher Helm to the spawn. Now the thing is, this Scavenger Pack can't actually take out the banner because it is a skirmisher, so it can only attack champions. And I mean, that kind of actually sucks for Vash, because it means he's basically forced to deal with Faust's avatar right here. I mean, up top, things are not looking great for Faust, but he's clinging to his hope. He's got Book Burner versus these guys. The staff does help quite a bit because it'll get rid of deep wounds and prevent a lot of that stacking damage. But the electric attack coming in here from Storm Bunny, and then wow, a 20 damage hit onto a Hunchback. Don't see that too often. And Vash takes the game. Faust realizing that his hopes are numbered. So thanks to everyone for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.